So today we're going to talk about the Blue Yeti USB desktop microphone. I have an example of it right here. You can get that from the checkout, the RMC. It's perfect for voiceovers or podcasting. It has a number of modes, and it plugs directly into your computer through a USB port. So just make sure you have an adapter. If you don't have a USB port on your Mac, for instance, you'll need your own adapter. But it's really handy, pretty portable. As you saw, it's pretty small. It's what I'm recording today with, but also what is available. Looks like this, comes in two different colors. So the first thing you'll notice is, oh, hey, it looks like I talk into the top. That's not the case. As you'll notice that I'm recording right now, I'm recording into what looks like the side. It's actually the front. So if you see the blue symbol right here, that is what you talk towards, right, as it goes in there. On the front of it, you'll see a mute. If it were muted, it would be flashing. If it's not muted, it's in red. So I'll turn my microphone around so you can see real quick. So right now, it is not muted. Turn that back around, pardon the noise. So that's on the front. You also see a headphone volume. This is not the volume of the recording. It's really important to notice the difference. This is for the headphone jack on the bottom, which I don't even recommend that you use because you want to be hearing what's coming in from your computer. So instead, you can just not worry about that one at all, but that's on the front. So that's what you talk into right here, not on top, but speaking directly in front. On the back side, you'll find gain and pattern. Gain is essentially turning up or down the volume. It's boosting the signal or turning it back down. It has a little preamp in here. And so this is one way you can record. One way you can change your recording volume. Another way is to do it in the program. So you'll have to find kind of a balance between the two. If you turn this one up too high, it'll start being distorted. As you can see on mine, I'm less than halfway up. On this one, right, so this is all the way down, you move it up. I wouldn't necessarily go beyond halfway unless you're very, very quiet or you have to be further away from the microphone for some reason. So start with it at least somewhere between 0 and halfway. You will also notice below that is a pattern. I have mine, both this one and this one are set to cardioid. It is the upside down heart shape. And cardioid, the word just means heart-shaped. There are 4 settings. I recommend this one for if you're doing a voiceover or a podcast because it's capturing the sound directly in front, right? In a heart shape, 3D, that kind of closes off the back. So it's actually kind of blocking a little bit of the sound that goes behind it, which can be really helpful in a not exactly ideal recording situation like this office. For instance, I have glass walls over there that are probably bouncing back quite a bit of my voice and around the walls. And so it's nice to have kind of this back area blocked off somewhat. And it's really best in terms of frequency response and sounding the best if it's right in front of the microphone, not on top, not behind, not on the sides, but right in front. I'll also put up, as I'm talking, a chart that shows the different other settings that you can use, but I'm not going to go into those today because we don't have a lot of time. All right, so on this, you will see on the bottom, this is where you plug in your USB cord. Grab that now. USB goes into the bottom like this. Watch out because this can turn and bend and break your USB cord very, very easily on that port. And the other end gets plugged directly into your computer. So this one's already set up, so we'll follow through with that. You'll notice this other thing I've got here. This is called a pop filter. Another version of that is also available for checkout. Make sure you check one of these out with your microphone. It's the Yeti USB mic windscreen. Now windscreen, I'm not going to put it on here because it's going to be really loud. Fits directly right on top, like a hat. Right there. And that's going to prevent wind sounds or the wind of your mouth, which is what the pop filter is also known for. If you'll notice that when you're trying to record P's and S's sound really loud and like actually distort in the microphone. So if I were to move this and I said right, and if I back up just a little bit and I use a pop filter, I go right, you can hear the difference. It's cutting out some of the breath that's coming out of your mouth on those particular ones and causing distortion in the microphone. So I recommend using a pop filter if you're going to record with one of these mics and you're speaking directly into it, for instance. So the other thing to think about is the distance that you are talking. You'll notice that I'm probably about 6 inches away, and that's a good distance. You really don't have to talk directly into the microphone like that. You'll notice as I do that, you're going to get a lot of distortion and probably, so what I said there is you're going to get a lot of distortion and you're going to be clipping. What clipping means is that it is too loud for your particular input microphone. So you don't want to do that because it's going to sound really bad and there's no way to fix it in post.